U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Washington Redskins. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second down, Haskins. Flushed out right. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Just like that.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Jahan, ready? 56. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Check 50. Check 50. Hey, Ken. Chopper.
Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Cousins gives way to Cook. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again.
Check 56. Two. I'm going to run you an alpha.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
We taking wins home. Deuce. Yellow. Hey, Zoo.
Play action now. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matthew Ioannidis able to record his 5th sack of the season. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the 1st quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On the carry, it's Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch twins. Here we go, 48.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On the ground, it's Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. Check.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, no, easy. Hey, orbit.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A gain of 6 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13.
I got you, boy.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Watch the screen, Omaha. Watch twits.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on?
Bring it up.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Let's keep moving. Wide. Check 31. Yellow. Hey, Mike 51. Hey, Echo.
Cousins now from the 50. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Army.
Now Cook. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Madison running on first down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 24, Cousins. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. First.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
51 the mic, boy, 51.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Do it. The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting.
Now Guy stripped. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Let's go.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now Haskins on 1st down, and he drops this off to Thompson, complete. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
It's just me and you. 54. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, watch.
Play action. Haskins. Jordan Reed has it. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the...
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, check right. Watch 85.
Here's Haskins to throw. Finding room inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check 3. Hey, watch it.
Haskins on 3rd down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Keep playing hard.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Cook. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, Charlie!
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. Cousins able to connect with Treadwell for a Minnesota first.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On 1st down, Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long
Gun.
It's going to be a long game.
They run it again with Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken around the 12.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, we heavy on the edges, Mike 55.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Haskins will throw. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Haskins. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And the Redskins first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on first down to Thompson on the screen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Vikings 40-yard line.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He's going to sling this deep down. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A gain of 32 that time.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Haskins back to the air. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's 2nd down and goal.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Tight end right. Hey. 4 down. Check 55. Check 55.
Now Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, here we go. Whip.
Hey, 382, let's 50.
Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Redskins 3.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Push him back.
Gun.
Back.
Now a run with Cook. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
From the 38, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Matt Bryant set to kick off.
Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I got it.
They go play action now. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Redskins' 48-yard line.
Jahan, what do I need?
51. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Gun.
Motion.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
To throw, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Ready?
Check 56. They gonna need some therapy after this. Under 10, 10.
They run, Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
56. Focus, defense, focus.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. The kick by Bryant is good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the ground, it's Geis. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Haskins to throw it. Caught on the right side. Reed. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
A gain of 14.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, yeah.
On first down, this is Geis. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Crunch time, defense.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
I'm going to hit you.
Tackle made by Emerson Griffin. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field.